Hi, welcome. Today I am going to unpack and walk through a 25 card SGC submission. Locally, I'm here in the Syracuse area. There's a really great guy named John Newman from Sports Card Nation, very active in the hobby. He is an SGC group submitter. And he sets up at the card shows I go to. He also set up at a local trade night that I went to and filled out. I filled out the forms to do group submission. And so I'm going to talk about the 25 cards and kind of go through them, highlight the card, and give you a little bit of my logic behind why I submitted it in the first place. There's a mixture of cards that will be for sale up in my eBay store. I'll put the link to my eBay store in the descriptions below. I'm also sharing these cards out on my Twitter page, which is United States Sports Cards. And so let's just kind of jump in, and I'll go through why I submitted it, look at the grade, and we'll talk through it a little bit. So the first one here, 1970 Topps, Hank Aaron, graded a 7. When I saw this card, I thought it was really sharp. Corners were really nice. And so the back, you can see a little bit of a tilt to it there. So that's something to consider when you're going to submit a card, is make sure you look at the back as well. I am newer to submitting cards, so let me be clear, I do not know a ton, but I do know the back matters. So I'm really surprised that this graded a 7, just because of the differential in the border here, the off-center nature of this card. But the surface was really clean, and the corners were really nice. So before I go to submit a card, I put it in my box, I tilt the card. I try to make sure I don't miss any dimples or scratches, especially on vintage cards. And so this graded a 7. I'm excited about it. This card is live in my eBay store right now, and I believe it's already been catching some bids, so that's exciting. All right, so moving on, we have here's a complete set 2012 Bryce Harper rookie card. So this one graded a 9, and upon further review, I can see that the top and the bottom are you can see the difference there. The top is thicker and the bottom not so much. So if I would have looked at this multiple times, there's a better chance I might have caught that on the front end. I kind of put this order together a little bit last minute, but the logic behind submitting a card like this, I was looking at, because my input cost for grading was $20, no shipping, no insurance. I was looking, if a card, if a 9 could get a little more than what it would cost for me to grade it, and if a 10 would be in that $75 to $100 range, that was my hope. But it's also a really cool card. Like, this is an example of a card. Bryce Harper's a modern day legend. I like him. I'd happily keep this card if I never sold it. But I did submit it with the hopes of reselling it. But if it doesn't sell in my store, happily keep it and add it to the collection. So on to the next one. Let's see. This Walker Buehler one, this is a blue refractor Bowman Chrome, numbered out of 150 here. I submitted this one because Walker Buehler, I know he's a pitcher, but he's a pretty stud pitcher. It was a Dodger blue Chrome prospect, blue refractor, limited out of 150. And honestly, I was hoping to get higher than an 8 on this card, and I don't really know what I missed on it. Maybe it's this little back left ding right here. That probably, but the centering on it I thought was pretty strong, but I don't have a tool or anything like that. Either way, it's a cool card. It's Dodger blue refractor, Walker Buehler. This is one of those things where I'll kind of hold on to it, and if he goes on a hot streak, then I'll post it in my store, or I'll post it and then wait for the hot streak to happen at some point in time and move on from there. Still cool card, but I was disappointed with an 8 on that one. But upon further review, I probably was too excited about it being a blue refractor, Dodger blue, and I didn't look hard enough at that corner down there because it's on the back. So make sure you look at your backs. Let's see. The next card here, a Buster Posey, 9.5. Rookie card. There's a big debate. Does Buster Posey get in the Hall of Fame as a catcher? First ballot, second ballot. But heck of a player. Giants catcher. 9.5. I don't think I'll get hurt on a card like this, but I was not submitting this card for personal collection. I was submitting this for resale. So this card will go up in my eBay store. This next one is Pujols, McGuire, 2002 Fleer Ultra. So this is an example of a card that I think is pretty cool. Baseball fan or just a Cardinals fan would like it. And it also commands a pretty decent price as well too. So that's another thing I look at is, when you're dealing with a card that's 15, 20 years old, what does the raw price of the card go for? If a raw card goes for, only a few bucks, then I wouldn't grade it. But I was seeing this card in I believe a $15 to $25 range raw. So I was like, okay, I thought it looked nice, and pretty good, 9.5. So happy with that one. Next one, 9.5, 2012 Mike Trout Future Stars Mini. Another example of a card that goes for a pretty decent price raw, and so I wanted to get it slabbed and kind of see what would happen. These mini cards, I think, look way better in an SGC slab than any of the other slabs that I've seen mini cards in. I think the black border fits it well. That's my opinion. Love to hear what you think. Do you like mini cards in SGC holders or PSA holders? I can't really think of a Beckett or CSG card that I've seen in a mini holder recently. So I don't like the PSA mini slab, the mini card in the slab. So 9.5 Mike Trout Future Stars. I think this will do quite well. It was worth grading in my opinion. Bryce Harper complete set. This one got an 8. Right leg off the ground rookie. So honestly, I don't know the difference between why this one got an 8. So I can't really give you my thoughts. I thought it looked pretty good. I didn't see any surface issue. So this one will be just interesting to see how that goes. This was another card that, these modern day star cards that I submitted, the reason was, if I get a 9, I shouldn't get hurt on it. And if I get a 10, then there's some upside for sure. So an 8 on this one. I can't explain why, but we'll see what happens with it long term. This one, Alex Morgan, 9.5. I'm really excited about my Alex Morgan submissions. I had 3 cards, 3 Alex Morgan rookies here, and I submitted all 3 of them. These are going to be long-term holds for me. They're great cards. They're going to hold them for my girls. And, yep. So the first one, 9.5. I have heard people have this debate whether you should submit cards that if you have multiple copies of it, should you submit them all at the same time? I submitted 3, and I was excited with my results. So I was submitting these cards regardless. I didn't do a ton of inspection. I wanted these protected and slabbed, and so that was the purpose of it. So number 1 was a 9.5. The second hit a 10. And the third also hit a 10. So I am very excited about all these. And moving forward, those are personal collection cards. This next card is, if not the favorite, my top 2 favorite cards in the submission. So Diane Taurasi, I'm a big Diane Taurasi fan, and I collect her cards, I collect her autographs, and this was a card that I bought raw. I bought this card raw, I believe, off of ComC. I think it was either ComC or eBay. I bought it raw, and I hit a 10 on the grade and a 10 on the autograph. So Really excited about this one. This one's not going anywhere. I'm holding on to this one long term. This next one, just George Brett rookie. This was part of a collection that I had purchased. It was in there. And this is an example of a card. I knew it wouldn't grade high because you can see up close down here, there's corner issues. Just a little bit of corner issues on all of them. But this is a nice card. It's a in demand, George Brett rookie card. So this was an example of me wanting to make sure that the condition of the card was graded so that when I sell it in my eBay store, the buyer knows exactly what they're getting. Because, I don't know what you would consider this. If you were to pick, if you were to say very good or fair or poor, or excellent, I wonder how you would describe this card. For me, I would not put excellent on this in my eBay description. It would be either a very good or fair to me. But with it graded, it's graded a 5. They say excellent. And so we can kind of go from there. So I know what it is. The buyer knows what it is. And with this card, there's a massive difference between high grades and mid grades. So I just wanted the clarity here. So I'm going to do one more card here. Like I said, this is a 25 card order. So I'm going to break this video up into 2 parts. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy looking at these cards and hear my thoughts. This is going to be the last card of part 1. And then I will make another video for the rest. So this one, this is another example of me wanting to grade this card because the condition is really important. Condition is really important on all cards, but it's hard to really know how to grade something when it's raw and to put a value on it. So with this one, I knew there were significant edge wear on it, and so I wanted to make sure that I do not want to hold on to this card. I'm going to be putting this up in my eBay store, and I wanted whoever ends up buying it to just have the clarity of, it's a Nolan Ryan high number. It's graded 2.5, and then when we make the transaction, I don't have to worry about them thinking the card's in worse condition than it was from a scan online. So this is the conclusion of part 1 of the 25 card SGC order. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to get ready and record part 2 here. I'll release both these videos at the same time so you can go from part 1 into part 2 if you enjoy. I'd love to hear your thoughts below. If you grade cards, I've only submitted cards 3 times, and love to hear the reasons why you grade cards or why you don't grade cards down in the comments below. All right. Hope you have a great day. I'll catch you on the next one.